Hey Queens, welcome back to Awakened Queen. Have you ever felt like you're always saying yes when you really want to say no? You show up with a smile plastered on your face, but deep down you're exhausted. You deserve better than that, honey. Today we're diving into how to stop people pleasing and start prioritizing yourself, because you, my love, are worth it. But let me tell you, living your life for other people will leave you feeling empty. Let's explore how to set boundaries, embrace your self-worth, and reclaim your power. Let's get started. Number 1, recognize the signs of people pleasing. The first step to healing is awareness. Are you constantly apologizing even when you've done nothing wrong? Do you find yourself saying yes out of guilt even when your spirit is screaming no? Are you ignoring your own needs to avoid conflict or disappointing others? These are classic signs of people pleasing. It's that little voice inside that tells you your worth comes from making others happy. But let me ask you this, are you truly happy? People pleasing stems from a need for acceptance and validation. We crave love and belonging and learn to be agreeable, even at the expense of our well-being. You are worthy of love just as you are. You don't have to earn it. It's time to break free from this pattern. Your needs and feelings are just as valid as anyone else's. Stop shrinking yourself to fit into spaces that were never meant for you. You are the leading lady. Number 2, why it is time to prioritize yourself. For too long, you've put everyone else's needs before your own. You've been the rock, the shoulder to cry on, the one who always shows up for everyone else. But when was the last time you showed up for yourself? Constantly prioritizing others sends a message that your needs don't matter. You're telling yourself and the world that your well-being is secondary. That's a recipe for burnout and unfulfilled potential. You can't pour from an empty cup. You cannot give what you do not have. Prioritizing yourself is not selfish. It's about recognizing your worth and filling your own cup first. When you start prioritizing yourself, something magical happens. You attract people and opportunities that align with your worth. Number 3, learn to say no. This one's for the recovering people pleasers, the ones who contort themselves into pretzels to avoid saying that 2-letter word, no. Let me tell you something. That word, as small as it may seem, holds incredible power. It's the power to set boundaries, to protect your energy, to honor your needs and desires. Saying no is not selfish, my loves. It's not about being rude or dismissive. It's about self-preservation. It's about recognizing that you have the right to decline requests and invitations that don't serve you. It's about choosing yourself, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it challenges the expectations of others. Start small. Say no to things that don't align with your peace, your values, or your goals. Maybe it's an extra work project when you're already feeling overwhelmed. Maybe it's a social gathering that drains your energy. Maybe it's simply saying no to that extra slice of cake when you know you're full. Remember, no is a complete sentence. You don't need to justify your decision, offer excuses, or apologize for protecting your peace. Your time and energy are precious, and you have the right to choose how you spend them. Number 4, set clear boundaries. Now that you've started flexing those no muscles, it's time to take it a step further and establish some clear boundaries. Think of boundaries as your personal set of rules for how you want to be treated. They are the lines you draw in the sand that tell others how to engage with you respectfully. The key here, my queens, is to be clear and direct. Don't beat around the bush or sugarcoat your needs. When you're wishy-washy with your boundaries, you send mixed messages and people won't know how to respect your limits. Instead of saying, I might not be able to do that, say I can't do that. Instead of saying, I'm not sure if I have time, say I'm unavailable at that time. Do you see the difference? Clarity is key. Boundaries aren't about building walls to keep people out. They're about creating healthy, respectful relationships where everyone feels safe and valued. When you set clear boundaries, you're not only protecting yourself, but also teaching others how to treat you. Boundaries are not a one-time thing. You need to stay consistent in setting them until people understand where you stand. Number 5, embrace your self-worth. Now let's go a little deeper, shall we? Because often people-pleasing isn't just about wanting to be liked. It's rooted in a deeper belief, a belief that we are not enough. We tell ourselves that we need to earn our worth through our actions, through our agreeableness, through our constant giving. But here's the truth, and it's a truth I want you to carry in your soul. Your worth is inherent. You are worthy simply because you exist. You don't have to prove your worth to anyone, not through your accomplishments, not through your sacrifices, not through your ability to please others. So, how do we start embracing this inherent worthiness? It starts with challenging those negative beliefs that tell you you're not good enough. Every time that voice pops up in your head, telling you you're not worthy, tell it to hush. Replace those negative thoughts with affirmations. Look in the mirror every single day and say, I am worthy, I am enough, I am deserving of love and respect just as I am. Say it like you mean it, Queen, because you are. Number 6, practice self-care without guilt. Now let's talk about self-care. And I don't mean bubble baths and face masks, although those are lovely too. I'm talking about the deep, soul-nourishing kind of self-care that comes from prioritizing your well-being in every aspect of your life. Self-care is not selfish. It's essential. It's about giving yourself permission to rest, to recharge, to do things that bring you joy and fill your cup. It's about honoring your needs, both physical and emotional, so that you can show up in the world as your best self. What brings you joy? What makes you feel alive? Is it spending time in nature, curling up with a good book, dancing like nobody's watching? Whatever it is, make time for it. Schedule it in your week. Into your week like you would any other important appointment. And here's the most important part. Do it without guilt. Don't let anyone make you feel selfish for taking care of yourself. Number 7, take your power back. You are not here to live your life for other people. You are not here to shrink yourself to fit into someone else's box. You are here to shine, to share your gifts, to live a life that is true to you. And that, my queens, requires taking your power back. When you stop people-pleasing and start prioritizing yourself, you reclaim your power. You set the standard for how others treat you. You create a life that is aligned with your values and your worth. And that, my loves, is a beautiful thing. It won't be easy. Old habits die hard. But I promise you, it's worth the effort. Number 8, you are worthy. Queens, I want you to know that you are worthy of love, respect, and happiness, just as you are. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to prove it. It's your birthright. It's time to stop dimming your light to make others feel comfortable. It's time to stop shrinking yourself to fit in where you're not meant to be. It's time to take up space, to speak your truth, and to live a life that is authentically yours. Queens, when you stop people-pleasing and start prioritizing yourself, you reclaim your power. You set the standard for how others treat you. If this video resonated, drop a in the comments and share your journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more empowering content. Let's rise together.